Hey guys, this is Podfic, and today we're going to be reading Who's Running on Empty by Jizz Bunny. The summary is, How did you forget to get gas? Dinah asked, sounding bleary with the sleep she was trying to shake off. You don't, Barbara groaned, frustrated with herself. I knew I was low. I just wasn't paying attention. This is so stupid. I can't believe that I forgot. Not like you've had anything pressing on your mind, Dinah said, half teasing. What's a few robberies and a murder case or two? Not distracting at all. Not normally, Barbara hissed. All right, without further ado, let's hop right in. Fuck, Barbara said as the engine sputtered and died. What? What's up? Dinah was alert, jerking awake from where she'd been napping in the passenger seat. Carefully, Barbara guided them to the shoulder, pushing her brake lever forward with more force than necessary. The tank's empty. We're out of gas? Dinah's tone made it obvious how ridiculous she found the concept. I know, Barbara gritted, turning the car off and dropping her head forward to rest on the steering wheel. She kept the pressure light enough not to honk, but only barely. How do you forget to get gas? Dinah asked, sounding blearily with the sleep she was trying to shake off. You don't, Barbara groaned, frustrated with herself. I knew I was low. I just wasn't paying attention. This is so stupid. I can't believe that I forgot. Not like you've had anything pressing on your mind, Dinah said, half teasing. What's a few robberies and a murder case or two? Not distracting at all. Not normally, Barbara hissed. A hand dropped on her shoulder, making her realize how tense she was. She picked over her arm at Dinah, who was giving her a sympathetic smile. You know, one time I ran out of gas near Mount Rainier. And I was on my bike too, so I had to walk with me for miles to get to the nearest gas station. In December. And you walked uphill both ways? Barbara asked flatly. Hey! Dinah gasped in mock offense. Barbara snarked into her elbow. Dinah didn't let go of her shoulder, rubbing it. It's not that big of a deal. I'll go get gas unless you want to put in an SOS. We'll go get gas together. I'm absolutely not telling anyone about this, and neither are you. I don't know, Dinah tapped her chin in mock thought. Might make a pretty interesting story, or good blackmail next time you pick that Italian place for takeout. Ricky's spaghetti is amazing, and I will not hear any disagreement on the matter. Barbara started to undo the belt holding her wheelchair in place, glancing out onto the empty highway. Could be a few minutes until someone came by, or it could be an hour. Either way, she didn't want to wait. I can walk on my own, you know, Dinah said neutrally, sounding suspiciously obvious in her tone. You could also stay and watch the car. I'm the one who forgot to fill up the tank before driving us all the way out to Salem County. Barbara wheeled herself backwards, opening the passenger side door and deploying her ramp. The shoulder, of course, wasn't designed for this. There was just enough room at the bottom for her chair, if gravity didn't make her overshoot. She frowned. Can I help? Dinah asked, having slid out of her chair and gotten out of the car already. Barbara sighed. Yeah. Can you spot me? I'll spot you anytime, babe, Dinah said, winking, and helped Barbara navigate out of the car. Closest gas station should be a mile or so east along this road. Barbara squinted at the road, like the trees on either side would part and the gas station would reveal itself as in a vision. Got that in your big brain, but not a AAA membership, huh? Dinah mused, falling behind her so that they were walking single file in the shoulder. I think Dad bought me one. Barbara stopped moving forward, looking over her shoulder at Dinah. Well, how covert was this op again? Barbara thought about the mile or so to the next gas station, then about how difficult it would be to erase the evidence of the call later, and the odds of getting taken out by some idiot on their phone while she wheeled along the highway shoulder. She sighed explosively, her bangs flying up into her eyes. I'll call them. You're the best. Dinah led the way back to the car, leaning back against the hood, crossing her legs at the ankle as Barbara pulled out her phone. The number Dad had insisted she save in her contacts was still there, right at the top, and she tapped on it, and after one ring was greeted by hold music. I'm going to start keeping a spare tank in the car, Babs said immediately, irritated by the delay. You know it goes stale, right? I'll switch to electric. That seems harder to fix if you run out of battery. Solar panels. Are they that good? 1, you're poking holes in my ideas just for fun. 2, I'll make them that good. Dinah grinned at her, cheeks dimpling as hold music continued to play tinnily into Barbara's ear. She tapped the buttons to switch it to speaker, dropping it into her lap. Looking out at the fields spanning the highway, dotted by the occasional tree. In the distance, she saw 3 horses congregating near a hillock. The wind blew gently, rustling the grass. It's actually kind of pretty out here. Yeah, Dinah said softly. Barbara turned to look at her again, only to meet Dinah's eyes. You're not even looking, she laughed. Oh, I'm looking all right. Dinah smirked and gave her a rakish once over. Barbara rolled her eyes, a smile pulling at her lips. I'll give you something to look at. Out here? Where anyone can see? I thought you were a voyeur, not an exhibitionist. Dinah tilted her head challengingly. Who exactly is watching? The horses? Barbara waved a hand at them. They were far enough away that none of them seemed to notice. You want to flash the mares a little tummy? Dinah's voice wobbled with laughter as she continued. Maybe I do. Lifting her chin, Barbara raised an eyebrow, reaching down for the bottom of her t-shirt and starting to lift it. Excuse me. Did you intend to call AAA? A tired, timid voice asked, the phone speaker projecting it out into the conversation. Oh! Barbara cleared her throat. Dinah shrugged at her with a shameless grin. Barbara shook her head, still smiling herself. Yes, I'm calling because... Alright, and that is the end of the one-shot Who's Running on Empty by Just Bunny. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next video.